Hello, greetings, salutations, and welcome to the channel where today we are going to be talking about model kits. And not just any model kits, Blokees. Galaxy version, Wave 5. Now, before you ask, yes, I do have the previous waves, but I was sans tripod, meaning I didn't have any tripod, and I still don't. So this is going to be something of a bit of archaic recording, but I'm still going to get it done. But yes, what Blokees are is a company that has made some awesome model kits this past year, and they have been doing so well with Transformers. In this particular set, you will have Optimus Prime, B-127, or as he's known as, Badassatron. Then there's Wheeljack, Orion Pax, Ironhide, Hound, D16 with Cog, Sentinel Prime, and Death Tracker. Now, with every single one of these, you have a chance to get a variant or shiny or secret version of a particular bot. And in this wave, it's Optimus Prime. Now, if you buy one box at a time, you're going to get one, obviously, but if you buy another one separately, you're likely to get a duplicate. So, if you want to absolutely guarantee that you will get all 9 figures in this with a 1 in 36 chance of getting the secret figure, then I suggest you get a box. Special shout out to Blokees for hooking me up with Wave 4 a few weeks back. I really owe them a lot because they're an amazing company and they saw fit to send me something. So I'm definitely going to be looking at that and a little bit of each of the other waves. Not all of them, but we're going to check them out because, again, sans tripod. And let me just assure you that, again, very easy to put together. And I will show the instructions in a moment so you can see how easy. But in the meantime, let's crack these open and you can see for yourself. And here is the set of instructions that come with Wave 5. As you can see, it will show in great detail each individual piece, starting with the head. More often than not, you're going to find that each head piece has a couple of pieces to it. Like the inner part right here is where that's what the eyes will be to give it that like yellow flare. It'll have a faceplate, a helmet, and once you put these together, you can snap them to the 1, 2, 3, just like that. Then there's the chest piece. Now, the chest pieces are often always the same as well, with 2 shoulder joints that you have to snap right onto the chest piece and the ball joint that's right in the top. But to my understanding, for this particular set, Wave 5, you don't need to put the ball joint into the top, whereas all the other previous waves, you did. So it comes, it's an extra piece, perhaps, but yeah, they changed up their game. Now, for this particular one, we have a little bit of extra. For D16, you have 2 armor pieces that you have to snap in, but again, very simple. Now, as far as the armor itself, the chest plate, you're going to have a front and back, and you can see that they will snap right on together. If you want to see more detail of the chest, like I said, those are the shoulder joints that the arrows are pointing from. And you can see right here how the chest will come together on B-127. Now, the reason why they're showing multiples here, you see B-127, you see D16, because as I said previously, the skeletal structures are the same. They come with hands, they come with, arm parts, and they come with separate joints, like so. Now, when you're putting the joints together, there is one thing I do have to stress, and that is the joints here, they are identical in the knees and in the arms. And so you don't have to worry about, oh, did I use the wrong part? One thing you just have to make sure of is you snap the joints together correctly. Because if you don't, then they are kind of a pain to separate. But, you'll know because they'll look like, how can I put this? Like the letter P and the letter B. And you kind of want to have it shaped like in the P shape, which is the male joint. And you want to have the B shape, which, the female joint in the B formation, and you can just snap them together just like that real quick. Like I said, these are 2 parts here. Now, they'll have ball joints in the feet where you can put those together, and you have the legs are also 2 parts. 1 front leg, 1 back part of the leg, and they snap together just like that. All very, very simple. They also, all of them come with a display base that will have the instructions. They will have a spot where you can stand them, but I never really use those. And I got a ton of those just sitting in a box somewhere. On the back, we have Sentinel Prime. Now, you'll notice some slight differences in these, and like Sentinel Prime, Death Tracker, Optimus, Hound, because there are some slight differences in their body types, but again, same skeletal structure. You can basically see where all these are coming from, and you will be able to put them together very simple. But you don't want to hear all this nerd stuff. What you want to see is figures. So without further ado, let's get them all out and show you what they look like. And just like that, here is Optimus Prime, and unfortunately I could not get the shiny one. Darn my luck! As you can see, he is very awesome. He's very, very beautiful for a miniature, and all of them are like this. They have multiple hands. Give me Energon for my planet. I need it. But yeah, he has all these little parts and these pieces as I showed in the previous part. And they all snap together very, very easily. Now, for this particular one, if you get this one, you don't need to put the sockets in the arms, well, the arm sockets, because it comes with its own built-in. As you can see, it has its own built-in on the side. So, you can do that. This has his gun, his awesome gun, which, if you don't like the gun, you could switch it out like that, and you can pop in his Energon axe, so you can slash anything. Wish, 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 wish. Take that, Kratos. Anyway, but this one here is Optimus Prime, and I'll get into more detail when I cover all of them, but without further ado, let's move on to the next one. Previously on Ironhide. This is what happens when you mess around and find out. Chromia was not too happy, and well, you can see the results. But let's put our friend Ironhide back together again. And here we have Ironhide. Looks like Chromia wasn't too mad after all. But anyway, I have to say I like this design of Ironhide, seeing it's the original, well, one of many originals. Original is kind of subjective, but a Cybertronian version of him. Like all the others, it's very poseable. All the parts are neat, and it has a beautiful leg forward, leg back, and they can all do the splits like that. Now, one thing I neglected to mention in the previous part was that the joints here, like this, you don't actually have to put these joints together this time. This time, they come pre-assembled, and I gotta say, that is an A+ on Blokees, because, seriously, those were a pain for me to put together in the previous 4 sets. I am not afraid to admit it. But they stepped up their game and they made it look good. Here we have I think this is the cogless version, because you can see that's where his transformation cog would go. And that head sculpt is ridiculously beautiful. Now, some might say that this is a little bit ordinary, but I don't know. I like the so-called ordinary. I like the simple designs. And they kind of nailed it for Ironhide. I really think they did a good job. Oops, he tried to split away from me. And if you hear any giggling in the background, that is my wife, who has graciously decided to be my temporary tripod. Say hi, wifey.
Hi.
See, she has graciously allowed herself to become my tripod, and for that, I thank her. And she will be the tripod for the remaining parts of the videos. Go check her out, Kelsey out to Twinkle Main. I will put a link in the description below so you can check out her channel of all her K-pop awesomeness. But without further ado, let's get to the next one. Many pieces and many things. Oh, hey, look, y'all, this one's got wings. When put together, what do we get? I don't know, because we ain't there yet. And here is the completed Death Tracker. Now, one thing I have to point out is, at first, I didn't know what Death Tracker was. But at the time of this recording, it appears that Death Trackers are the henchmen of Arachnid. Those who know Transformers know who she is, and there are different types. Hers personally was the Death Tracker. And where you can find these guys in media, well, I'm not telling because I'm not spoiling. So, let me take a good look at this guy. And originally when I was putting him together, I didn't realize that this one striped arm was the same as this. I honestly thought this was part of the head back here. But yeah, I love how gorgeous this thing is. I mean, it's just as posable as everything else. I'm doing this one-handed, so I can't show it. But it has all the same detail, all the same posability as all the others. And my only real gripe is he comes with the same gun as Optimus Prime. I mean, they really couldn't give him a different type of gun. He's already got guns in the arms. Why does he even need a separate blaster? Well, anyway, this is the absolute gorgeous, and so far my favorite, Death Tracker. It's not easy being green, having to live each day without a cog in your chest or a camera that works. And here is your boy, Cogless Hound. And I gotta say, I'm surprised that they actually put him in this set. He is in the Transformers 1 movie in kind of a blink and you'll miss it moment. Or a couple of blink and you'll miss it moments. Who's to say? I'm not telling because I'm not spoiling the movie. But I have him out here just looking like this because he's so cool, cute that way. And he comes with this nice little blaster. I think it's the same one that came with Ironhide because they're roughly the same mold, just different head sculpts. Now, if y'all remember Hound from the G1, he was the one that made the holograms, and he transformed into a Jeep. But yeah, this is another good one. I love it. Straight from the box. Particularly, I love the back. I love the simplicity of it. Very nice thing. You could probably put a G.I. Joe marking on that if you wanted to. But this right here is Cogless Hound. I'd say one of my favorites, but y'all know what my favorite was had you been paying attention. Anyway, next one! Who is this bot? Can you guess? Well, let's put it together from this pile of mess. Oh, looky, it turned out to be Wheeljack. And can you believe this dude actually grows up to be the father of the Dinobots? At least one of them, the other one being Ratchet. Now, I gotta say, I love the extra added detail they put in on Wheeljack here with the legs, the lights, you know, kind of the redness here, little bits of red. The white is so beautiful, and it's slightly broken up by the gray in the middle. But unfortunately, he suffers from the same gun syndrome as everybody else so far. The only one who seemed to get a different gun was Optimus. And nice little piece in the back there. Another thing I will say is I love they captured his ears, his beautiful light up ears that unfortunately on a plastic figure do not light up, but who knows, they might make another one. And there's the spot where his cog would go. But there you have Wheeljack, mad scientist, co-inventor of the Dinobots. And now for the next one. And here we have Big Bad D16, or as you might know him in the future, Megatron. And I have to say, I'm very impressed with this. I love how I didn't have to put the cannon together, like with some model kits, but check this out. Check this big boy out. He's got the cannon. He's got the arm that falls off, because I didn't snap it in all the way. But yeah, you can easily snap these right back on. He's got a baton. I don't remember him having, well, yeah, I did. He had that in the movie. He's got the bendy. He's got the bend back. He's got the bend forward. He's got the bend to the side. Arms bend out. Arms fall off. Like, I am so sorry. But he's got all the twisty, all the stuff on him. And I think I might have put the head together on, but I'll fix that later. But yeah, this is, without a doubt, an awesome figure. So, once again, Megatron D16. If you want him, you gotta get him. He's amazing. And here we have Sentinel Prime. Now, for those of you who know your lore, I wouldn't exactly say this dude's worthy of the name Prime. But anyway, I decided to put his blades, one half up and one half down, just to give him a kind of unique feel. But he actually comes with a unique weapon! Not just a piddly little blaster! And another beautiful, unique thing about this one is his wings can go up, his wings can go down. But tell me, do you think his wings look better up or down? You tell me. Let's take a quick look at the color scheme, and my man is dazzling in blue and gold. Still, he's a close second to my favorite Death Tracker. Maybe I just like the all goth look, I don't know. But here is my boy, posable as all the rest, Sentinel Prime. And here we have Orion Pax, before he was a Prime. Now, let's take a nice good look at the color scheme. The typical red and blue, as all Orion Paxes have. He's got the smokestacks, but he's not a truck yet. You don't deserve the smokestacks yet, my friend. No, you don't. But he's got generic blaster number umpteen. And he's got that beautiful whiteness on the back. And he's got the blue on the feet. Now, let me ask you all a personal question. Did you prefer Orion Pax when he was a dock worker, when he was a miner, when he was a clerk? Which version of Orion Pax's origin story do you prefer? Discuss it in the comments with me below. And right now, let's move on to the final, the one, and the only Badassatron, or as he's really called, B-127. And I gotta say, this being the last one is quite fun. He comes with your usual generic, gun number umpteen, but I will say I love the detail on everything. The lines, the black and the yellow really work well together, and those unique feet. The faux parts, which I know I didn't put all the way together, but they're in there. They're just trying to get a new shoe on, But in the back, you've got his classic look, and he looks like the old school Bumblebee. You got the face sculpt that is kind of childlike, almost female in its presentation. And I think there's no cog in there. I don't know. But this right here, he was the star of the movie, in my opinion, with all the silliness. And when he did get serious, he knew how to get serious, but he was so much fun to watch. But that right here is B-127, aka, you know who. I'm not going to say it again. And there you have it, the entire collection of Blokees Wave 5 based on the movie Transformers 1. Now, as I promised, there'll be no spoilers for the movie, but I highly, highly recommend you go see it. It was nothing short of amazing, as are these figures. Blokees really nails it every single time when they make their figures. And I've got a new special model kit coming out that I'm going to be building, but that's going to take some time, maybe a couple weeks after this video is posted. But I just want to thank you all, and I want to thank Blokees especially for sending me a copy of Wave 4, which did include some of these. Now, this is the rest of my entire Blokees set because I haven't found a place to put them on my messed up room. But as you can see, I have just about all of them here, and we'll take a look at some of them in the future. But right now, this is Kailo, the Nest Man, aka Kailonus, saying, remember, growing old is mandatory and growing up is optional. Childhood into adulthood, brotherhood, and sisterhood. I love it all, and I love you all. Peace!